Hi everyone, welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Miss Willing and I will be teaching geometry this year. Just so you are aware, we do have translation available through YouTube and the directions are on the screen. Again, my name is Miss Willing. Here is a little bit about me. I grew up in South Georgia, where I showed cows and pigs growing up as a part of the National FFA organization. I also went to school down in Georgia at Valdosta State University, where I received my bachelor's in education and am now currently enrolled in George Mason to receive my master's. I met my husband while he was in the Navy at Pensacola. We have traveled to several locations, but we have ended up here in Virginia, where he's now in the Navy Reserves, and we are here to stay. We have two beautiful twin boys named Paul and Luke. They were born on Christmas Day, and they will be 2 years old this year. So we kind of have our hands full. This is my 7th year teaching at Glasgow and my 12th year teaching altogether. So when it comes to learning geometry, there's a few beliefs that I want to share with you. I do believe that students learn best when they are motivated by their teachers and their peers, that they feel that they are in a safe environment, and it is my goal this year, especially with the circumstances that we're in, to make sure that that is priority number one. To know that they have the support of their teachers and the parents and guardians, and that they have the opportunity to learn through various methods, which is what I love about geometry, because I think it allows for a lot of different methods throughout all of the different topics that we're going to look at. I do think that in order for a student to be successful, they do need to get enough sleep prior to coming to class, that they need to be prepared as they begin each class, that they are in control of their actions during class, and that they are staying engaged, which I know is maybe even a little more complicated now this year as opposed to years past. But it's going to be vital that we make sure we keep our devices away and other distractions away. And then in order to be the best that we can with the curriculum that's provided, completing all assignments and trying and practicing is going to be everything when it comes to our math. Here's what we can expect for the year. We have already started our first unit of line basics. But if you have any questions as we continue through the year, just make sure you reach out to me via email. Here are the grading and assessments that you can expect. So formative assessments are maybe the equivalent of like quizzes. The summative assessments would be the equivalent of tests. And then we've got other feedback like homework and the asynchronous work on Mondays that students will receive feedback on. Here's how students can best be supported, and I can support them. So through Blackboard, you will see my office hours, the syllabus, which is coming soon, the contact information, and the grid. You'll also see the calendar so that both students and parents can see upcoming assignments. Within Google Classroom, I've tried to make it as organized as possible to have students have access to that grid, and then all of the online resources. So any of the apps that we may be using, like Kahoot or Khan Academy, all of those links are found on Google Classroom, so students aren't having to bookmark a whole bunch of different stuff. But if you ever have any questions, this is my email. Please reach out with any questions or concerns you may have. While we are maneuvering through this very unique year, make sure that we are keeping that communication open with our students. When they are done with class for the day, make sure that we're talking to them, asking them, what are you learning in class? Can you show me your grid? I also encourage parents to ask students to show them their Google Classroom so that you have an idea of what they're looking at each and every day. And then when it comes to their homework, ask them what assignments do they have. Again, parents and guardians, you will have access to that through Blackboard because you do have access to the calendar. but also asking them, what do you need to complete them? Let's look at your grid together. And if any questions arise from looking at those grids or those assignments, again, please reach out. So our supplies this year: pen, paper, pencils, maybe even highlighters or color pencils when it comes to some of the math topics, I think would be helpful. A binder with loose leaf paper or some sort of notebook with paper in it. And then, of course, their FCPS on computer. I'm looking forward to a great, unique, maybe challenging, but fulfilling year this year. And again, please reach out with anything that you may have questions or concerns about. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a good night.